Introducing Business Tech Guide, where business and tech meets endless possibilities. Join us whilst we explore the latest updates in the world of business and technology. Do not miss out. Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to Business Tech Guide, where business and tech meets endless possibilities. This is your go-to source for the latest updates in the world of business and technology. I'm your host, Nadia Chantel. This show is sponsored by Tendo Technologies, and we're diving straight into our first segment, Tech in Brief. Tech in Brief. First up, the maker of Jameson whiskey, Ricard, has increased its stake in Jumia from 6.4% to 7.5%, indicating growing confidence in the company despite its ongoing cost-cutting measures. Also, TikTok has laid off its employees in its African division as part of its global restructuring, with more cuts possible in the third quarter of 2024. Lastly, Bolt has launched a speech-to-text feature in its drivers app for South African drivers, translating spoken messages into riders' languages to enhance communication. That's all we have today for our Tech in Brief segment. A lovely thanks to our sponsor, Tendo Technologies. We're taking a brief break, and when we return, we'll dive straight into our innovator interview segments. Thank you.
Tendo, based in Ghana, a platform for individuals to resell products using social media.
My name is Felix. I am the CEO of Tendo. Tendo is a platform that enables anyone in Africa to start an online store with zero capital.
Tendo is a social commerce app for resellers. The platform has built a network of suppliers and then handles the fulfillment when an order is placed. For the resellers, after identifying the products they want to sell through Tendo's app, they can add a markup on the wholesale price, which is their profit, and they use social media to sell to their community.
They would find the products that they want, and we would guide them on how much they can price, how much profit they can add to the product. But once they share it and they generate orders, Tendo actually fulfills the order, so we deliver to their end customers and send their profits to them. These resellers act as sources of truth and recommendations for the end buyers. Their desire really is to leverage on that community to generate an income.
From an earnings perspective, Tendo isn't providing the equivalent of a full-time income for their users. That's by design. They are one part of their users' portfolio of work.
Our average user base earns right now about $60 monthly. And I think it's significant because a lot of these users are using the income that they're earning on Tendo for very impactful things. So paying for fees, paying for their children, buying essential things that they need. But our idea is to find something that's very easy. They can do on their smartphone. They can do it while they're doing all their different other things. And then we can take the heavy lifting and just leverage on what they have, which is their drive, their skills, and the relationships that they've built.
Welcome back to Business Tech Guide on DGN. Today we're thrilled to have the Executive Director of the Center for International Maritime Affairs, Albert Derrick Fiatwi. It promotes and supports the development of Ghana's maritime sector through research, policy analysis, and advocacy. Hi, Derrick. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it. But over here, we play a game before we start with the hard questions. All right, so my first question to you is drones or submarines?
Submarines.
Really? You like that? Because you're a maritime person. So.
Exactly so.
Okay, and then remote monitoring or on-site inspection?
On-site inspection.
You want to be there to see everything?
Yes,
Okay. And then autonomous ships or crew-powered?
Crew-powered.
Okay, can you tell me why?
Yes, we are getting into the age of AI, and there is the need for autonomous shipping, but where we sit, we are not yet ready.
Okay, I get that. So, smart navigation or manual steering?
Smart.
Smart,
Yes.
You want everything fast.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so real-time alerts or scheduled reports?
Real-time alerts.
Okay, all right.
In
So
this industry, there is a need for real-time alerts. The little mistake can cause a lot.
can cause a lot of problems. No, I get that. Okay, so then I know that you are the executive director. So can you tell me about the maritime affairs and what blue economy is?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first of all also thank you for providing us with a platform to share with our viewers the blue economy, the maritime industry, and what it has to offer the country as we seek to progress economically. So I'll begin by saying that the Center for International Maritime Affairs Ghana is a research and advocacy policy think tank, which is focused mainly on the blue economy, the oceans, and the maritime industry. We believe that the maritime industry has the potential to skyrocket our economic freedom, or to liberate us and grant us that freedom that we seek. And so we have started the advocacy and the research because we think that it is only when we know what is in there that we can take advantage of it. Yeah, so that is about what we do at the Center for International Maritime Affairs Ghana, CIMAG.
Okay.
Yes.
That is lovely. So, in what ways does blue economy differ from the traditional economy we've all known so far?
Okay, you know, the blue economy, as we know it, has a technical definition from the World Bank, which is the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic development, job creation, and livelihood enhancement without compromising on the health of the ocean's ecosystem. That is to say that we take advantage of the ocean resource, which is about 71% of the Earth's surface.
Yes.
So if we are tying that to our land-based economy, but the question you ask, we will say that it is a bigger space to give us what we seek than land. Unfortunately, we've not been able to take advantage of it very well, and we have focused so much on the land-based economy. Even though we can say we have advanced, there's so much more to derive.
Yes.
If
The
we should
ocean,
focus
exactly.
on the oceans. Yeah.
Because 71% is really big.
Yes.
And I'm sure we haven't even scratched the surface of the ocean.
We have not. There is what we call sea blindedness. That is our inability to pay attention to the ocean resource. And unfortunately for us in Ghana, we have fallen into that bracket.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are the key sectors within the blue economy and how do they contribute to economic growth and development?
You know, the blue economy has a lot of sectors. For instance, we have the shipping subsector.
Okay.
And you know, in Ghana, we are import dependent. And so about 90% of all that we depend on is imported. And that is transported through
The
sea.
ocean, yeah, sea.
And that is international trade. We talk about fishing. Fishing employs so many people. About 40% of our people are into fishing. We have tourism along the coast. We have a lot of beautiful beaches that people travel far and near to come and visit. We have the petrochemical industry, which is the oil and gas industry. As you are aware, the oil and gas industry in Takoradi, the Western region, is offshore.
Yes.
And so it is also part of the blue economy. So those are some of the sectors of the blue economy.
Okay,
Yeah.
then it really contributes a lot to the economic development because if they're talking about oil, they're talking about all these things, then the ocean is really doing well.
It does everything
Yes.
because when you look at it this way, without even thinking about the ocean directly, about 80% of our revenue is generated at the ports.
Yes.
The duties we pay. And so that is also one of the areas that we get a lot of money for
From.
our development.
Yeah. So the blue economy is here now. You guys started in 2018.
Yes.
Exactly. So what challenges have you faced along the way and how have you overcome them?
You know, the work really is about research and advocacy. And you need a lot of technology and innovation to be able to explore because the world has advanced. And so one key challenge we have faced is the research tools that we need to be able to get real-time information. You know, in the advanced countries, they have research vessels, and those vessels are connected with a lot of technological equipments. And so conducting research is very easy. But because we are now beginning in Ghana, we are yet to have a research vessel. And so it's one of the key challenges that we have. That is us, an organization that is into research and advocacy.
Yeah. So has it gotten better over time? Because I know it started in 2018. So within the span of 2018 to 2024, what has changed?
Because we are now in a global village, we have sister organizations that we partner with.
Okay.
So most of the times, what we are unable to do here, we link up with those international bodies to be able to pursue them. I can also say here that our organization is a UN ECOSOC accredited,
Okay.
and also the UN Environment Program accredited. So we are somehow at a global level, and so we have access to some sensitive information and technologies that we use to advance our work.
Okay, so you mentioned technologies are very, very important in what you do now.
Yes.
So what type of technology have you guys incorporated into your organization to help with the blue economy?
For us in research, what we need mostly is the artificial intelligence and big data and everything that has to do with technology. You know, when you are looking for information, especially in the oceans, you need advanced technology because it has to do with going under the sea. You don't have to go in physically, but you deploy some technologies to be able to access that.
Wow, okay, so
Yeah.
do we do that now in Ghana here?
Not yet, but because we are collaborating with the national bodies, we've been able to assess some of the things that they do. And very soon it will come to Ghana.
Okay, we can't wait. We are ready for it.
Welcome.
So how can also emerging technologies ensure fair access to ocean resources and the benefits of it as well?
Yes, there is what we call marine spatial planning, which is mainly done with technology. It's about zoning the oceans so that specific sectors or areas take advantage of where they can find their resources. For instance, the oil and gas industry is supposed to be a particular area. There's an area that we find oil. So when we do spatial planning, we know that this area is cut out for oil and gas production. This other area is for fishing, or this other area is for maybe seabed mining. And all these require appropriate technologies to be able to, you know, explore them.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so are we currently doing that as well?
We don't have a marine spatial plan for Ghana yet,
Okay.
but I can say that as part of the Sustainable Ocean Plan, we have a sector that is working on that. So I know by November, that plan is going to be launched. It's a program that is the outfit of the presidency, which is also being championed by the United Nations. And so when it is outdoor, then Ghana will now have an official marine spatial plan
Okay.
where we can use to, access the ocean resources adequately and appropriately.
That is really amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so this is an exclusive you are giving me, basically.
It's an exclusive.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, so you spoke about sustainable ocean development or something?
Yes, Sustainable
Yes.
Ocean Plan.
Ocean plan, exactly. So, what have you started planning it? Have you written it down? Can you give us some?
Yes, we have gone very far. Last week, the Office of the President advertised for some consultants to come on board to just put the plan together, because the SOP, what we call the Sustainable Ocean Plan, has a working group, and the working group has been moving across the country, especially the coastal areas, to pick information from the people, because we don't want it to be a plan that somebody will just sit in the office and write. So we've
Yes.
engaged the communities to take their views on the areas. In fact, we have about 5 thematic areas that we are working on. We have the ocean health, we have the ocean wealth, ocean equity, ocean finance,
Okay.
the marine spatial planning that I spoke about, and also marine security or maritime security. And all this encompass the blue economy in
Okay,
its
so it falls
entirety.
under it.
Yes.
All right.
So once this is put out there, it means that we now have a national ocean policy, which we have been championing as an organization for a long time. And so let me use this platform to commend highly the Office of the President, the SDG Advisory Unit, for taking up or listening to us and taking up the cause for this development. The President actually signed onto, let me say, an accord by the UN and agreed that the country should be able to take advantage of its ocean resources 100%.
Wow.
Yes.
That is, then that means you really championed it very well. You pitched it solidly.
Yes, we've tried our best.
Okay, so how can we also balance economic development with environmental sustainability in the blue economy?
In fact, the definition says it all.
Okay.
that you take advantage of the ocean resources without compromising on the health of the ocean's ecosystem. So there is nothing that is done in the blue economy or the ocean's economy without paying attention to the environmental sustainability because of climate change. Our actions on land has led to a lot of devastation and acidity, which is making it difficult for us to enjoy the resource as we should.
Yeah.
You know that the ocean is the biggest carbon sink. It absorbs a lot of the carbon dioxide that we produce and gives us oxygen. And so if you want to really take advantage of the resources without paying attention to protection of the health, then you are not going to get anywhere. So every plan, every policy which is aimed towards taking advantage of the ocean has sustainability and health of the oceans as a key component of it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you guys work hand in hand.
Certainly so.
All right. Okay. So people still try and mess up the ocean. People still are not safe.
Yes.
So what do you do to these people that are not safe when you catch them?
I think the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves is to educate and inform and let people know that, you know, previously we think that the ocean is just there, you can dump anything into it and nothing happens. But as we've come to know through fishing, that our people are catching plastics instead of fishes.
Yeah.
We now know that it is dangerous to be dumping into the ocean. So education, especially from the basic level, is very, very important. There is the need for ocean literacy. Children from the basic level should understand that the ocean is one of the biggest resources that God has handed to man, and we have to protect it. We don't have to dump into it because when it becomes acidic, we are in danger.
Yeah.
If the ocean is not able to absorb the carbon dioxide that we produce, then global warming is going to rise and our life is
Yeah.
going to be at risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my next question actually, because I was going to ask you, how is climate change affecting the blue economy, and what technological driven tools and apparatus has been incorporated to stopping all of this?
The climate change is affecting it greatly because now a lot of our fisher folks also go on sea and they don't get any catches because the ocean has become acidic due to pollution. Pollution not only from plastics but also from even the vessels that ply the sea. And that is why the International Maritime Organization has come out with a cap on the sulfur content of the fuel that the vessels can use.
Oh, okay.
And so we can say that that is an effort that is being made to contain that situation and reduce the pollution of the ocean, because if the ocean becomes so acidic, we are not going to get the fishes, and also we are not going to have that body that absorbs the carbon dioxide that we emit. And it means that life on Earth is going to be very, very, difficult for us.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
So obviously you're saying all of this about climate change and everything, but and you've put a cap on the vessels.
Yes.
So are they actually adhering to the cap that you put on them, or has it proven difficult?
I think so far the compliance level is high because the maritime industry is one that has timing and also monitoring. There are things that you cannot just get up and do. Before you move, some regulatory measures will have to be checked if you are actually complying. If you don't comply to the rules, you will not be allowed to move. So before a vessel takes off, the port control officers and those who are responsible make sure that you are compliant before you are able to move. And that is why our seafarers are also trained properly. If you don't have the required training and certification, you cannot go on offshore as a seafarer.
Okay, so do you train them?
Yes, the Maritime University in Ghana trains a lot of these people who are seafarers, especially in the nautical science, marine engineering, and also the basic requirement that is needed for every seafarer. Yeah.
So do you work hand in hand with the Maritime University?
Yes, of course. I'm a product of the Maritime University.
Oh, okay.
So we collaborate to do a lot of work. Yes.
Okay.
And when they go through the training at the Maritime University, Then the Ghana Maritime Authority gives the certification. So whatever certificate you have, you go to the Maritime Authority for the final clearance, where they give I can refer to as proper certification before you can be able to hit the sea as a seafarer.
That is really good.
Yeah.
So do you, every year, people go to Maritime University, people come out of Maritime University.
Yes.
You know that unemployment is really high here. So do you have like a partnership with the school where you pick good students and then work with them, or is that something that's going to happen soon?
Yeah, it is something that we are currently working on, because we've identified some agencies abroad. You know, the industry is such that there are always difficulties getting people to go, because we don't really appreciate what it is. So there are a lot of opportunities in the space. Once you go through the training, it's not difficult to get employment or to get a job. So we are now calling on our people to focus and pay attention on the industry. When you go through the training, I mean, there are countries that train seafarers and exports and get revenue from it. And Ghana can do the same. We have the Maritime University. It's a regional university, and we are lucky to have it in Ghana.
Yeah.
So we can take advantage of that to train a lot of people because we don't have our own vessels yet, for exports.
Yeah.
And also to give out to, you know, the shipping lines and what have you.
Yes, okay, so then we can work on it, and
Exactly.
it's being worked on.
Exactly.
All right, that's good. So what future steps should be taken for the blue economy, and how can stakeholders collaborate using technology?
The biggest step is what is being done now, that is to be coming out with a policy. Because as we speak, we don't have a national maritime policy for Ghana. So we cannot say that the Sustainable Ocean Plan is a maritime policy.
So it's not?
It's not.
Okay.
But it has some components of it. And I'm sure once we begin this way, the National Maritime Policy itself will also be developed, and then we can now take advantage properly of the space. Yeah, it offers one of the biggest opportunity for our economic transformation.
Wow.
It's not because it's rocket science. Other countries have done it.
Yes.
A lot of countries have taken advantage of it, and they have developed. There are countries today that are referred to as successful maritime countries or blue economies. We have the oceans, so we can also do same.
We have oceans everywhere. Like Ghana is booming with the ocean.
Yes.
So I feel like it's very good that you guys have gone into this field and you're dominating the space and you're pushing and advocating for it to become an economic thing. So that is really good. So how is technology improving the management and sustainability of the ocean resources as well?
You know, prior to technological explosion, a lot of things were not known to us or to people in the maritime industry or the blue economy. But with technology, we now know that there are a lot of other resources that are under the sea that can be found. And so I would say that technology is helping greatly. Even when it comes to ocean health or protection of the ocean, it is technological tools that we are using to monitor the effects and the damages that are being caused to the ocean. So it's playing a very key role alongside artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's AI and then the normal technology that we use.
Exactly.
So what has AI done in the maritime space so far?
So far, the biggest is the question you asked me about autonomous shipping.
Yes.
It's purely about artificial intelligence. Some people fear that with artificial intelligence, people are going to lose their jobs. But it is not true. The artificial intelligence is also going to be manned by human beings. And so it's just to make work easy and make life simple for all
and
of us.
it makes it faster, honestly.
Very, very fast.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
Instead of sitting out thinking,
Yes.
you can go in there and then just work with the AI and it's quick.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know, artificial intelligence is referred to as the fourth industrial revolution. And we say that the blue economy is the fifth. And so the two of them work hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yes.
Okay. So is it something you are saying, or is something that is worldwide known?
It's worldwide known. It's known
Okay.
worldwide, yes.
That's amazing. So
Yes.
now we're working hand in hand with technology.
Exactly. So.
Okay, that is good. So how can digital tools and data analysis enhance decision making in the blue economy?
There is no decision that can be taken without research outcomes.
Yes.
And so if you are deploying technology and data analysis to get the feed or to get information, then we can say conclusively that we cannot do without data analysis. It is what gives us the resource that we need, the informations that we need to be able to analyze and then take policy decisions as to what we can do to be able to assess the needed informations.
Yeah. Okay, so it's very, very important.
Very, very critical.
Because I saw that it's research and development.
Research
It's
and
really deep.
development,
Yes.
Very,
Okay,
very
that's good. So what role do marine biotech innovations play in the blue economy's growth as well?
You know, we have a lot of biotech industries now, and they are what we are using to test, and they create the jobs. The industries create the jobs for those who we train to go and work. We also have the biotech technologies that are used to check the ecosystem, marine environment ecosystem.
Okay.
Yeah, so we take advantage of the biotech for not just the industries, but also to check the sustainability and the environmental protection. As you asked earlier on,
Yeah.
the two works hand in hand.
Okay, so then you are using it currently, right now?
Not in Ghana, but globally. Because
Okay.
we find ourselves in a global space, we have access to all the informations.
Yes, okay.
And we are pushing that Ghana will get there with all the policies that we are putting in place now.
All right. And so basically you are working with the biotech innovations and everything. So I want to know what kind of partnerships and what other partnerships have you guys worked with to make blue economy what it is now?
I think one of the key partnerships that we have, I will not say one, is the one with the United Nations and also the United Nations Environment Program. They champion global progression. And so to be blessed, to be accepted as part of the ECOSOC, for us is a great feat. And so everything that is done globally, we have access to it. And our collaborations with other partners, not just outside the country, but also in Ghana, the Office of the President, especially the SDG unit, and other bodies, you know, has helped us greatly. Yeah.
Okay, so it has helped you establish yourself in this domain.
Very well, very, very well. It's something that you cannot do alone as an individual organization. You need partnerships and also collaborations. For instance, when we talk about the maritime security, nations cannot champion it alone because it's a regional or global fight.
Yeah.
If pirates are attacking you in Ghana and you think that you can fight it alone, you are deceiving yourself because
they've come from somewhere.
Yes, and so that is where we have the Gulf of Guinea, which is a community of some nations, and so we work hand in hand to be able to fight some of these menaces, especially the maritime security.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is good. You're doing such a good job. So my last question to you is, what does the future of blue economy look like alongside the economic growth and development of Ghana?
Let me say that the blue economy holds the key to our economic transformation and growth. When we pay attention to the blue economy, it means that the first step to getting where we want to get to in terms of job creation, revenue mobilization, and all the things that we complain about is coming home to us. So there is future for Ghana, there is future for Africa if you pay attention to the blue economy as other countries have done.
Okay,
Across
so it
the
can
globe.
open doors, big doors.
Bigger doors. Bigger doors. Yes,
Bigger
yes,
doors,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. And also, I want you to tell the audience, if somebody's listening, they want to join the maritime, everything. So talk to them, tell them what they can do. Give an advice to an aspiring entrepreneur or an aspiring maritime person.
Thank you very much. What I would say is that the maritime industry, the blue economy, the oceans economy has a lot of opportunities for young people. It is unfortunate that in the past we've not had ocean literacy or ocean education at the basic levels. We are currently advocating for that so that a lot of people will understand what the ocean has to offer. We are asking that the young people who are interested in the development of themselves will also look at the oceans or the maritime sector. There are a lot of opportunities. When you are trained, for instance, as a seafarer, you don't need to be roaming around looking for jobs. There are jobs waiting for you, and so we want our people to be economically grounded on the foundations of their personal development.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, Derek, for coming and speaking to us. Your insights have been invaluable.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We're going for a short commercial break. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Simple. Go bomb. Hanko bomb. Needing the tendo. Mami nchire. Kojo chire. We ati send you wako keje akwaji store na se wako makola akwaji store ba uti ufi. Download the app on your friend Nintendo na sign it. Nchire mana ase minjai. Kojo chire. Sign up ni simple app ni so free. Wa download we are sign up no mami nchire se ni obe use app. We be app na we be hu nyama bebre o tinti hwe ne we betimi aton. Mi nchire mana. Kojo chire. Hu ni opese oton na fa profit to 25 cedi 50 cedis and now 1 billion. Mi nchire mana. Kojo chire. Audio profit atu so we na fa post ko social media Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Me use Twitter and you be click link no kwoto sa de na edi nipa zika man na amfa so na pudon na beto account me za kire mana kojo kirem ko honum ne obehu bia fa wo de to so profit no wo dia some amu ni se convoy enye ka ba ko pa ne de ntim hu yanam ko ka cha me na mfofo say na ba ntim wo download the Tendo am ne make money me kire man.
Opportunity Spotlight. Welcome back to Opportunity Spotlight on Business Tech Guide, where we highlight potential game-changing opportunities. Join us for the Tech Safari Mixer with Latitude 59 in Nairobi on August 29th. This pre-launch event kicks off the second edition of Latitude 59 Kenya. Spots are limited and early bird tickets are selling fast. Get yours now on Tech Safari website. We're going for a short commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Business Tool of the Week. Welcome back to Business Tech Guide on DGN. This is the last segment, Business Tool of the Week, where we introduce you to the latest technology making waves in the business world. Today, we're exploring Miro. Miro is an interactive online whiteboard for brainstorming, planning, and visual collaboration. Here's a quick guide to using it. 1. Create a board. Start with a blank canvas or template for your brainstorming session. 2. Add sticky notes. Jot down ideas and move them around to organize thoughts. 3. Draw and sketch. Use drawing tools to visualize concepts and flowcharts. 4. Collaborate in real time. Invite team members to join and collaborate simultaneously. 5. Embed media. Add images, videos, and documents for richer content. 6. Use templates. Choose from various templates for agile workflows, mind maps, and more. Miro makes brainstorming and collaboration fun and interactive, perfect for creative and strategic sessions. I hope you found the information insightful. Don't forget to join us next time for more news, interviews, and business tools to keep you ahead in the ever-evolving world of business and technology. Until then, I'm your host, Nadia Chantel, and this show is Business Tech Guide and is sponsored by Tendo Technologies. Stay tuned for the next episode next week. Introducing Business Tech Guide, where business and tech meets endless possibilities. Join us whilst we explore the latest updates in the world of business and technology. Do not miss out.